How about drums? An instrument everybody loves. Let's get down. To the beat, to the beat.
Hanging with Nate the drummer.
Hanging with Nate the drummer.
Hey everybody, hello, welcome to another episode, a new version of Hanging with Nate the Drummer. I'm here with Zach Beers from Buckskin Whiskey. How you doing, buddy?
All right, how are you, man?
Good. Welcome to Musicians in Cars, talking about everything.
Musicians in cars.
Musicians in cars, sitting in a park, hoping they don't get hit by disc golf. Long story, everybody, but we're sitting in a park. Anyway, so tell me about yourself, Zach. What is your origin story?
My origin story. I don't know. When I was 5, I saw Kiss on a VHS. Saw Ace Frehley solo, and that was it, man. I wanted to play Ace Frehley solos.
Really?
Yeah, and just that was it.
So guitar was that thing that you saw and you were like,
Yep. Yeah, man, I saw it. My dad had it was the VHS called Kiss My Ass.
yeah.
And I watched that. It was Ace Frehley in Tokyo in '77 with the light up Les Paul.
Yeah, they knew how to put on a show.
Yeah, man. That was my first show too.
So that's where music came from for you then, huh?
Yeah, it was Kiss, and then my dad was super into like Ozzy, Alice in Chains, that like Sabbath, stuff like that. The heavy metal stuff.
Mhm.
Got me super into it.
Is that your favorite genre then? Like
I don't know. Kind of. My son's name's Daryl Abbott. So I guess I'm a little bit of a metalhead, I guess.
hey, to each his own, right?
Right.
There's a lot of good music out there. It's hard to say you like have one favorite genre.
Right.
You know, I'm pretty much anything with a really good beat, you know. I could pretty much pick up on. So,
yeah, anything where people are playing instruments.
So when did you make the jump from like not just watching it, but like, man, I want to learn how to play that. I want to.
Man, it was right away. As soon as I saw that Kiss video,
Mhm.
I was like, I want a guitar. I was 5 years old. My grandpa got me a guitar.
Oh wow! So who actually taught you like the chords and stuff?
My uncles played,
Oh really?
and they showed me my Uncle Butch showed me how to read tablature.
Mm-hmm.
So I started from there, but I wasn't real good at picking up the timings by reading the tablature. I always had to listen and figure out how it's made. You know what I mean? I couldn't just. I really wasn't good at reading the tablature, so everything was kind of by ear, or one of my uncles showing me, "Hey, here's this song. Learn how to play this song."
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I think a lot of people learn differently. You know, I learned more because and that's also I think why I never got into guitaring because like reading notes and stuff, it just sounded so daunting. And like math, I'm not a math. I'm more creative than I am smart math wise.
yeah,
So,
no,
you know.
I'm definitely not a counter, not a math guy. I don't know any kind of. I really don't know anything about about music at all. I just kind of fake it, I guess.
Hey, that's fake it till we make it, right?
Right,
And
exactly.
We're still trying to make it. Yeah, man. I mean, that's how I never learned how to read music, and I kind of wish I would. Just it'd be nice to pick up like a book and learn how to drum by the proper things.
Right.
You know, but yeah, it's always been just put headphones on and play what you feel, you know, and how you interpret
I'm
it.
definitely a field player. Super into like Allman Brothers stuff, and that's all feel.
Yeah. I saw the Allman Brothers.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I wish I would have seen the Allman Brothers.
Man, I've seen a couple actually really good. I saw Grand Funk Railroad.
Really?
At the fairgrounds, the York Fair years ago. And I was like third row, and Don Brewer, the drummer, I used to have this tape where he does this drum solo, and it's insane. And he was probably 60 something when he did it, and he did it again. And I stood there and like,
Wow.
Just watched him like just drum solo. You know?
Nuts.
No one ever. That's one thing I wish people would bring back. No one ever. You don't really see too many. I mean, here and there you do.
Yeah,
Godsmack
yeah,
is
not
kinda
really.
bringing
There's
it
not
back,
really
but-
enough. Nobody's writing songs long enough.
Yeah, I always like this. I like the songs or where the bands have a song that like you showcase a little bit of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that's more of a jazz vibe.
I mean, the Allman Brothers do that a lot. There's a lot of drum
Yeah.
solos,
Yeah, I couldn't imagine
instrumental stuff.
the
and then
jams.
Put a drum solo in the middle.
Yeah, I saw Tom Petty. I think you know what? Now I think it was Allman Brothers and Tom Petty and Jewel and rest. I've seen. I remember. I think I'm mixing up shows, but I've seen all these people at like
Right.
you know. I think in Jersey at the. Well, you know, it could be something different now. You know what I mean? The like big pavilion and
In Camden.
yeah,
Okay.
I forget what it used to be.
I don't know what it was called.
Yeah, I forget what it was called, but it had some good shows there.
I never. I don't get out much, man. I don't.
No, I used to. I don't
No.
anymore.
I don't know. I've seen Leonard Skinner like 4 times,
Oh, really?
but that's pretty much the.
Hey,
I saw Kiss a couple times. Saw Leonard Skinner like 4 times.
who's better, Leonard Skinner or Kiss live show?
The live show.
I mean, that's hard. That's
The first time I saw Kiss, it was incredible. And then they had to change pyro and stuff,
oh.
so the pyro wasn't as good.
Mhm.
The stage show was really good. They played really good.
Yeah, Kiss is one I never really got into, but I can appreciate.
Right.
I mean,
I have a problem now with the the new Leonard Skinner bothers me. So I like them.
mhm,
They sound good, but it's not
it's not.
Leonard Skinner.
No. Yeah, and especially now, like they keep dying off, right? Like,
Yeah, I don't.
it's-
I mean, right now, I don't
sad.
even think that there's Gary Rosington's in the band, but
Mhm.
I don't think that he's playing right now. I think he
yeah,
had some health issues or something. They got somebody else to
It's
play.
got to
for
be
him.
weird. Like, who did I see? Oh, talk about trying to fill big shoes. Adam Lambert singing for Queen.
Yeah, I
Like-
never listened to that. I thought that would be interesting. I never.
I mean, but Brian May apparently, you know, when they found him, they were like, "Wow, you know, this kid can hit notes that we didn't think anybody could hit besides Freddie
Right,
Mercury."
right.
So
I don't know. Brian May is one of like the most underrated guitar
Yeah,
players of all time.
yeah, and if he says you're good, you know what I mean. If he's happy with you singing
right,
this
right.
Freddie song, like, damn, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
No pressure, you know. But speaking of, how is it? You've been in a lot of bands, or
I've been in a few, maybe 4 or 5 different bands.
like legit got to play gigs in them? Because
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
in so many where like, dude, we're gonna tour, or not tour, but we're gonna do shows.
Right. Yeah, I played shows with all of them.
So many musicians, you know, you jam with them, and it just fizzles
We were
out.
playing out when I was 14, and we started playing out. I was in a band called Jack, and we played like a bunch of Iron Maiden, AC/DC stuff, and I actually kind of fronted that for a little bit, playing guitar and singing. And the drummer for that band, his dad was the drummer for Smoking Guns. And then I ended up, that dissolved. I ended up in a band with the old guitar player from Smoking Guns.
Oh wow.
That was Blackwater Jam, and that was a jam band. Like we played
Just
a
keep going and
we played a 12-minute Sweet Home Alabama one time
holy moly.
because people were digging it.
Yeah,
But then
that's crazy.
actually that guy Steve, he was kind of my guitar mentor, taught me a lot of things about tone and fluidity and stuff, and really helped me hone it in. And then he passed, and then I didn't play for maybe 5 years. I didn't play at all after Steve passed. And then I got with Fastlane, which was like modern country stuff. And I kind of really wasn't that happy with, I don't really like that kind of music. So left there. Well, then Bob Morris from Smoking Guns asked me if I wanted to come audition. I auditioned for them, and then they took me, and that was awesome. That's Southern rock is really my
Yeah.
wheelhouse.
Yeah, I could tell.
So they put me in there, and it was great. We had great shows. And then and then Bob passed. I went back to Fastlane. They asked me to come fill in. I filled in. I think we finished one set, and they were like, "Man, if you want to come back, you can come back."
Please.
So I was like, "Okay, I'll come back." Came back, and just the guys are great, and the band is great, but it's not really what I wanted.
Yeah.
So then I put an ad on Craigslist looking for. I was going to front my own like blues rock band. Josh from Buckskin Whiskey contacted me, had me go out there, and we all just really clicked.
Yeah.
It's really good chemistry with Buckskin Whiskey.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, that's the first part, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just recently auditioned for a band, Colin Alvarez band. Mind blank. Yeah, and I haven't interviewed for or auditioned for anything in years. Well, I don't know if probably years. And yeah, I waited a week to find out I came in second.
Nice. That's nerve-wracking,
Or
man.
at least that's what I got. So maybe
yeah,
it did, maybe it didn't.
it's nerve-wracking to go into the audition.
Yeah, because you always, you think back on it and you're like, did I do this? And I dropped the stick, but I kept the beat, kept going.
Kept it on, going on.
Yeah. But still, I dropped the stick, and days before when I practiced, like I never dropped sticks on,
Right.
But and that's what's weird about, because I got there and he's like, you mind if we record? Yeah, it's fine. And I wasn't nervous, but as soon as you hit record on something, you're different. You're just different, so because in your head, like, okay,
yeah, that's the automatic. I'm gonna fuck this up.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, that's probably why I dropped the stick. Hit a cymbal. Plus, I'm on a different kit.
Right.
Out, I'm left-handed, so I have to switch things. Yeah.
I don't know how.
It's bizarre.
We do some multi-band festival kind of stuff, and hats off to the drummers that they're like, bring your cymbals, and you got to go up there and play whatever they got.
Yeah, it's tough. I've had to do that a couple times. A lot of times it's a kit nicer than mine. So I'm like, sure.
Right.
Sure.
We did a Battle of the Bands thing, and they were like, you have to use this amp. And I was so mad.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
But the drummer does that every time.
Right. Yeah, it's like,
I was so pissed about, I can't believe they're making me use this amp. This is bullshit.
Drummer's like,
yeah, whatever.
I did that last show, the show before. Like,
yeah.
I haven't used my kit in years.
Yeah, but I'm a guitar player, so
yeah,
I'm a little more drama maybe than you.
Well, I always feel like I'm drama or like a diva when I'm like, sorry, I like my drums over here. Right. I can only play it over here. I can play reggae right-handed because like it's mainly your feet, So
right.
Your left foot's so used to being bass driven, and if my right's so used to hi-hat, it's different,
Yeah.
If I have to switch it, then I'm like, so now your bass leg and your hi-hat leg. And I'm a drummer, so I'm not real smart, so it takes a while.
Do you write and stuff left-handed? Are you left-handed?
Yeah, I write left-handed. I found that I use a mouse with my right. Like when I'm on a computer or something. And I think that I'm a graphic artist too, so like I used to work at Clipper magazine and sharing a cubicle with people, and to switch everything every day, and I just kind of got used to that. So I guess I'm ambidextrous.
I think all lefties are something. I'm something. I write left-handed and do everything left-handed except for shoot and play guitar. That's the only thing I do right-handed.
When I try to fake playing a guitar or hold a guitar and see what I can do, because I always look at guitar or any instrument as like, this was invented at one point and nobody knew how to play it.
Right.
So you can pick anything up and being a drummer, you can kind of hit. Like I always think I could be a bass player because I'm like, I could just hit it.
Right.
I know what the sound sounds like that's coming out. So if anybody's looking for a bass player that doesn't know chords,
you're looking for a bass player that knows nothing about bass. Snake's the guy.
I got the stance.
He's got the head motion and the
high, too high up on
man. He's ready for jazz band.
No, I think I'd be more corn down low,
Right. Robert Trujillo, whatever.
I bet
Dragging on the Ground.
Oh yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's nuts, man.
Yeah,
I liked him when he was with Black Label Society.
Yeah, it's crazy how bands have that's what I wanted to originally ask you is how hard is it to come into something? Like I had to practice these 4 songs for an audition. So like I can imagine you have to come in and already set band and then have to,
Yeah, already set band, and you gotta.
Okay, here we go.
Here's 3 hours of stuff.
Somebody else's, because it's so hard, isn't it? To like you're in somebody else's mind. Like okay, they wanted this note and this note.
Yeah, I mean, Buckskin Whiskey didn't have originals when I started.
Oh, okay. So that's
it was all covers.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first original that we did, I wrote with the now keyboard player in Buckskin Whiskey. I wrote with him 10 years ago, maybe, and I brought that to them. And that song changed drastically. When I showed it to them, it was basically a skeleton of a song.
Right.
And they had new ideas, and nobody was afraid to tell me the new ideas, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't just like, yeah, it sounds great. And they just went with it. They were like, let's try this. And it, man, I'm so glad. They're like, we need a third verse. And I'm like, dude, I've been singing this like this for 10 years. I'm going to have a hard time coming up with third verse. So Brian Sense, a bass player, we were like, Brian, come up with a third verse. And he did, man. And it fit right in. Sounded great.
Where did the name come from?
The Buckskin Whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
It's sentimental to Josh, the singer.
Mm-hmm.
He's the founder of the.
Oh, okay.
He had a friend that passed, and there was. It's this whole sentimental story that I don't think I could do justice.
But that's where it
by
comes
myself.
from.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like a tribute name.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, I was trying to. It almost reminds me of like code for something like Whiskey Bravo Tango.
Right.
Like Buckskin Whiskey.
It's like
you're in the woods, you see a deer, and you're drunk.
Right.
Buckskin Whiskey, get over here, quick! I'm up in the tree stand. I can't get down. I'm too drunk.
I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to wait.
Too much whiskey.
I'm gonna sleep this shit off.
Yeah, right. Too much whiskey. Yeah, I'm not a hunter, but that's probably why.
Yeah, right.
That's probably why.
Stuck in tree stands, man. It's
I'm
never
just sleeping or something.
It's never good. I fall asleep in a tree all the time.
Yeah. Or like just maybe to get away from the family for a little bit, get a little. Oh, I'm gonna go hunting.
Dude, don't tell everybody my secret.
Oh shoot, sorry. Did you ever hear the second week of deer camp song?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a classic.
I can't remember.
It's the second week of deer camp, and all the guys are here. Was it we drink, play cards, and shoot the bull, but never shoot no deer? The only time
that was that like Canadian show with
when we get for beers.
Wasn't that like on that Canadian? What is that show where they did the? Man, I can't remember the guys' names. It was like
Canadian. Oh, the two guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what their names.
I don't remember what it is either.
Man,
it's funny stuff though.
Yeah, really.
Because they did like the 12 beers of Christmas and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They had a
beer.
There was a couple different weird songs that came out. They were like,
is that the 30-point buck too? Is that the same?
Maybe. It was like 80s and 90s, 80s and 90s kind of. I remember radio stations. That and I'm a happy boy. I'm a happy boy, happy boy. Do you remember that one?
I don't think I know that one.
Or fish heads.
Fish heads.
Fish heads. Yummy, yummy fish heads.
No, you say fish heads. All I can think of is Wayne's World with the.
Oh yeah. Good old Wayne's World. I constantly reference Wayne's World. When I'm at work, I'll walk by, or somebody will be in my eye, excuse me, I'd like to get by now. They don't know it, but I know. Excuse me.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Excuse me. One or two?
Well,
that's a tough one.
One is good.
Mm-hmm.
One is up here.
Yeah.
And two might be just below it.
Mm-hmm.
But that we had to beat them to death with their own shoes.
My friend used to be able to do it.
Funny, the whole thing. They had a bloody Bengal tiger. That's my old lady.
Yep, my friend. You see, our hearts are beaten to death with their own shoes.
Incredible. Nevertheless, we got the brandy glass full of M&Ms. And Ozzy played a great show.
Oh my God, my friend used to do. He probably still to this day has that fully memorized. So if he watches, I'll have to send him a link because I'm like, dude, you won't believe what came up. That, and there used to be this Motley Crue song that I used to laugh so hard at. I think it's called "She Goes Down," but it's literally a zipper. It's like, zzz, and then this girl going, like she's laughing at the size of his junk, I guess. And then it goes into the song. But I would sit there, like, I don't know, for whatever reason, this girl laughing was so funny to me, and I would like, zzz, like however she laughs.
Right.
Of course, now it's not funny. Now I know.
Yeah,
why
now
she-
it's not funny at all.
It's not funny. She Goes Down, though, I think is what the song's called, which is pretty funny. So
That is
that kind
pretty
of
good.
makes sense. She goes down and laughs. It's not the good Motley Crue. Like, really?
Yeah, right.
What's Hellhounds of El Dorado about?
Okay, so I really like
I liked it.
Marshall Tucker Band.
Mm,
And I really like Marshall Tucker. I opened for Marshall Tucker Band once.
no brag. You dropped a name there.
Right?
I would brag too. That's,
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
So I really always have loved them. And I really like that the stories. I like the cowboy
Mm,
stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really like their cowboy songs like Cattle Drive and Desert Skies and stuff like that. And I was looking up, like, I was reading about these cowboy legends,
mm.
and there was one, it was the legend of the Hellhounds of El Dorado Canyon.
Oh, wow.
And it was like they're like ghosts. It's like ghost demon dogs haunting this this canyon. It's pretty wild. So I had the idea for a while. I sent the idea to Castle, is the keyboard guy.
Mm.
I sent him this idea. I was like, dude, I got this idea for this song. I don't know where to go with it. And he sent me the first 2 lines. I was like, that's brilliant. And we wrote the rest of the song in probably 10 minutes.
Love when that happens.
Yeah, it was great.
I was just going to ask you, what is their writing process? Does it always work that smooth? Is it
No,
collaborative like that, though?
it's
Everybody-
collaborative. Yeah.
Which is what makes it hard, right?
Yeah. Well,
How many guys are in the band?
there's 6. There's 6 guys.
Man.
Josh and Castle and I do the bulk of the writing, the lyric writing. Cody plays steel guitar and another second lead,
Mm.
and he's got riffs for days.
Mm.
And then Dan comes in, puts his drum part in, and Brian is bass player. And if we need something, like, it's like, man, it's so close, it's almost there. Brian's like the clutch guy. Like, he'll come in and write, like, we need a third verse. Brian writes third verse. We need this end line in this chorus. I don't know what to do. Brian's got it. It works out nice. Like, I'll write.
Mm.
Josh, like, sleeping around. Josh sent me, he said he saw a truck on the highway that on the back of the sleeper cab it said sleeping around on it.
Huh.
And I was like, man, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I don't know, we've got a song from that. And then Josh, there's a song that's coming up on the next album called 65 and Climbing.
Mm.
And he sent me that line. He said 65 and Climbing's a cool line.
That is cool.
And I'm like, that is a cool line. And then we wrote a song.
I like it.
But it's nice working, collaborating,
Mm.
because one of us will write the bulk
Right.
and be like, I don't really like this, and then we'll kind of collab it all together. And I think it comes out cool. I think the stuff is coming across really well.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, everything sounds great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I was digging Hellhounds of El Dorado.
That's my favorite song.
I was walking around singing that. Hellhounds of El Dorado. Yeah. I was.
Right. Yeah, that's my favorite song on there. I feel like that has that Marshall Tucker feel a little
Mhm.
bit, mixed with some Molly Hatchet, maybe,
Yeah.
with that A minor.
KC.
Right.
Yeah, I used to be in a classic rock band, which is really funny, guys. If you don't, the synchronicity of things, right? So while he's talking, there's disc golfers that are over here, right? One of them is in my old band, Hazmat Crew. He's the guitarist. He lives around here, and I just see him. He was walking in front as you're talking. I'm like, that's so strange. Isn't that weird? Like the synchronicity of things.
Yeah,
Like,
get him in here on the podcast.
I know, right? Yeah.
Beep the horn at him.
I know. I thought about it. I was like, Dave West is Dave Weston. So Dave, when you're watching this, I'm at the park.
We were watching you.
We
play
were
disc
watching you
golf
play
from
golf.
the bushes.
I had to pull my window up because you guys were loud. Yeah, and I actually started that band with my friend Matt, and I named the band.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because he worked at a place with like hazmat and stuff, and I was like, "Hey, you working with hazmat suits?" And I was like, the band Hazmat, and I was like, "Hey, that's kind of cool." So yeah, it became Hazmat, and then when I left, they got a dad and son who switched back and forth between bass and drums. You believe that?
That's wild.
Yeah, and they became the Hazmat Crew, still going strong, playing around. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, and so they're like my babies.
Right?
Like I started them and they're still growing.
Like, is that like, what's that movie? The dude names the band, and then they leave him. Oh man,
He brought it up, and I'm trying to think.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called. So the band is Vesuvius, remember? And they turn into like this
That
huge
sounds familiar.
band, and they kick him out.
Why doesn't this sound familiar?
And then he joins the band with his nephew or whatever.
You're gonna have to send me this movie because I don't know if I've seen it.
Oh man, it really
Or I
pisses me
have.
off that I can't think
Huh.
of what it is.
Wow, more disc golfers?
I'm
Who'd have
going.
thought?
I'm looking it up. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Hey, that's what this is all about.
Right. We're I want to be.
Yeah,
Everybody needs to know what's happening here.
exactly. And by the way, while he's looking it up, I just want to thank Dave Root for connecting us. Thanks, Davey boy. How do you know Dave Root?
I auditioned for Dave's band,
Mm.
and
Hey, at least you weren't a drummer.
right, that didn't work out. But Dave and I, the Rocker, it's called
The Rocker.
the Rocker.
Huh.
But yeah, it didn't work out. But Dave and I have been friends
Mm-hmm.
since then. He's a cool guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's, I mean, you listened to our episode, you heard how we had our moment.
Right.
I was almost in a country metal band.
Yeah.
Talk about trying things, that you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this.
Right. Yeah. He told me.
But I want to drum. But yeah.
What
What'd he tell you?
he liked it. He liked what I did.
Mhm.
And he was like, "Oh, you have the spot," and I was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And then I would think about it, and I'd be like, "Dave, I can't do it, man. I can't play that. I can't play." He's like, "Oh, we do a Backstreet Boys cover," and I'm like, "Dude, that's not gonna happen."
Yeah, I was looking to help Dave.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm sorry." Well, then I wasn't in a band again, and Dave's like, "Well, I mean." You can play guitar, I'll come over to your house and you can run these songs. I'm like, all right, man. So he came over, he's like, yeah, we want you in the band. Or we want you to come and practice with the full band. And I'm like, yeah, okay, man, I'll do that. And then I think later that night I was like, Dave, I can't do it, man.
Talking you off the ledge.
Yeah, like I can't do it, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Dave, when I asked him about you or whatever, he was like, yeah, I've been trying to get him in my band. He just doesn't want to. He's more into this, Southern rock stuff, which, hey, you can't play what like,
Yeah,
the whole point of playing music is to enjoy what you're doing.
Right.
I used to be in a reggae band and it wasn't, I loved it.
Right, it'd probably be cool.
It was
for a
laid
while.
back, but there's only so many things you can do. Just like
Right.
country, there's so many things you can do.
Right.
When Dave and I were going to be in 2 Miles North, and it had promise, but then, yeah, he kicked me out, and then everybody kind of followed suit, and yeah, now he's the Dave Root Band. So, hey, but he's got a hell of a voice. He can
He can
write
sing.
a hell of a song.
Yeah, he's a good writer.
So, I mean, yeah, he's, he'll find his niche, and, he's doing his thing. So, thanks, Dave. We're not putting you down. Love you, buddy. He don't care. It's like, whatever.
We are putting you down, Dave.
Yeah. Screw
just-
you, Dave. What are you going to do?
You're a fucking mullet.
Yeah, Dave, we do have a problem with your curly mullet. Okay, come on. Billy Ray was like the last successful mullet.
And not that successful.
I mean, yeah, his daughter, and isn't that crazy? his daughter ended up being more popular than him.
Right. I mean, he's not as hot as her, so that's.
Yeah, I guess. And now she's totally not Hannah Montana anymore.
No,
That's for
she's not
sure.
Hannah Montana.
She burned that to the ground. We're talking about Hannah Montana. Jeez. So, if you had a podcast, what would it be called?
Oh, dude, you got me. I got no idea.
Still nothing. Huh?
No, that's like the hardest thing you could possibly ask me.
Honestly, when I came up with Hang 'em Nate the Drummer, I felt it was too long, but I'm like, what a. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna be like band practice podcast. I'm like, that sounds stupid. Like I was trying to think like how to, so you know what it is,
Right?
You know,
right. We were talking about obviously our last name's Beers,
yeah.
so I was like, well, let's do something with beers.
I think Duh Beers.
That's so funny because that's what my wife said.
Yeah,
she's like super fan.
Duh Beers.
Duh Beers. Yeah, that's exactly what my wife said. That's
Dude,
so funny.
Can I make your theme song? I think it's official. I think we just made it.
It might be.
I mean, it writes itself.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and it's the Beers.
Right.
I might have to make you a theme song. You don't have to use it, but I might just make you one anyway. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's hilarious. I think that was last night that she said that.
See, it's meant to be.
That's hilarious.
I mean,
everything else we came up with was just lame.
Yeah, it's like, really hard to come up with.
Man,
something.
It's so lame, and I was like, and then people are gonna think it's like a beer podcast. I don't want that.
Or you make it a beer podcast.
I guess I don't
drink beer.
I don't really drink beer, so I don't.
Oh yeah, I don't really either.
No, I'm not a drinker, man.
That's good. That's weird. That's funny because I was going to ask you, are you a heavy drinker, being known as Mr. Beer?
Dude, I can drink. Listen,
Mr. Beer.
If I drink like a third of a 6-pack, that's it, man. I'm done.
Are you more liquor? Is liquor hit you the same as beer?
Well, I guess it depends on. Like I can drink rum, but I'll get sick every time.
Really?
Yeah, 60% of the time, every time I'll get sick.
Jeez. Ugh. Yeah, people that like to drink and then the next day just.
I don't know.
What? And then people going back and do it again. Like,
yeah, I can't do it,
man.
Not into it. Not into the whole thing.
Yeah. Which is ironic when your last name's Beers.
Yeah, I know.
Do people get on your case about that a lot?
Oh, dude, people say all kinds of. People are like, "Oh man, that's an awesome name." I'm like, "Yeah, man, I picked it myself."
Yeah, right.
I was like, "I don't know what's." So I was doing pinstriping, like pinstriping.
I heard that from Dave too. I wanted to talk to you about that.
And it was Beers custom pinstriping and lettering, and I'd go to the car shows, and this dude came up to me and he's like, "Beers, that's an awesome name." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, like I guess it's cool." He's like, "No, you don't understand. My last name's Seaman." I laughed so hard. It was so funny. I was like, "Man, you got me. I guess it is pretty cool."
What was his first name?
I have no idea.
I mean, does it matter?
No, this is Seaman.
But I mean, if it was like Dick Seaman or oh my god, like
he's like, "Man, that's an awesome name." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know.
How do you have a last name Seaman and like try to figure out your kid's name?" Like,
Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Oh yeah, Richard.
Yeah, Richard
or Dick for short. Poor Richard. Richard Seaman out there. If you're
I'm
poor
sorry,
guy.
dude.
Yeah. But hey, you're on a podcast. You got mentioned.
It's like Joe Dirt.
Yeah. It's like my name's not even Richard. Mr. Seaman. Oh man.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Wow. Yeah, I think Mr. Beer Mr. Beers over Mr. Seaman.
Right. So what your dad paints, right? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, my dad is an auto body guy. He's for years I grew up around it. Really good. Custom cars.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he did custom cars for years. He's kind of bounced around a bunch of different places. Now he's working at a place in Hanover, doing like British cars, like old Jags and restoration stuff like that. So, and they have a paint booth out there that I helped put up as a kid. Me and him put that up. Yeah. Yeah, he Ghost Flames, and like
that's
and
really
pinstriping,
cool. Yeah, I do some pinstriping. I mostly do like illustration stuff.
Yeah, the long brush.
Yeah.
That somehow
makes a straight line. I don't know how it happens.
Man, my dad would like, give me this brush, and you'd think it'd be some special technical thing, and then, like the handle's like this big,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
brush is like this
The big
long.
squirrel hair.
Yeah,
back
and
brushes.
somehow they
Yeah.
just like
It just lays it right out, man.
Yeah, that or like I've watched them do gold leaf.
Oh, that's super cool. I never did that before.
It's a pain in the butt.
It looks like it is.
It's like the finest foil,
Yeah.
and like you just put the glue down, and then
Did
what
he
he
use like a
does,
makeup sponge or something?
he takes a Dremel
Okay.
with the round tip,
Yeah.
you know, and then scuffs it a little to get that, so you get that like diamond
Yeah,
plating,
the swirl.
swirly look. Yeah, and that's how.
Yeah, that's
sorry,
that's
Dad, if I
super
just gave away
cool.
your secret. Everybody, all auto body guys.
Right. Yeah, I do collision work is what I do as
Oof.
my day job. I do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm a body guy,
Oh man.
but
yeah.
I do all collision stuff.
I'm like, I've always been creative, and I've had to help my dad in the shop, you know, growing up, but he never like fully he probably didn't want me to. You know,
No.
breathing on the fumes and all the
I don't want my kids to know anything about cars.
right.
Maybe just enough
Yeah.
to not get ripped off.
Yeah.
But
I wish
man,
I knew more about cars. Or
I
at least
went-
engines. Or,
I went and worked at a concrete place. I was like, I want to get away from cars.
Mm.
I went and worked at a concrete place, and I was working on cars. I was working on their cars.
My window down, it's getting hot.
So I was like, I guess I might as well just go and make the money like I'm working on cars, because I'm working on cars everywhere I go. So once you know cars, and then somebody finds out that you know how to work on
yeah.
cars,
Yeah.
that's it. You're working on cars.
Yeah. My brother-in-law, I'm so lucky as a mechanic. He works at Apple Ford.
Okay.
So I can trust him. Well, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's nice to know somebody who I know has your back,
Yeah.
especially mechanics. You can't trust anybody. Doctors, mechanics, you can't trust anybody.
Right.
anymore. Mako. You don't work at Mako, do you?
No, I don't work at Mako.
Good. No offense, Mako. I heard you're great and stuff.
That's not what I heard at all.
No, for years. They've been around for years. So they're fine.
Well, I do a $99 paint job or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, so
I'm sure it's quality.
get a couple spray cans and you're
Right.
good. I mean, really. Especially nowadays, I think the quality. I always wanted to plastic dip something or like a whole car.
Yeah,
That looks interesting.
like the hydro dip stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does look really
Well,
cool.
plastic dip is like a spray. I think
Plasti dip is
where
like
you
a spray.
spray don't, but yeah, I think you can even like in a paint gun, spray gun.
Yeah, I used to work at a Chevy dealer, and these people would plasti dip their Corvette wheels,
Yeah.
and then it would flake off, and I'd have to clean all the plasti dip off their
Ugh.
wheels.
So you didn't like that.
No, I don't like plasti dip now.
So I guess okay.
The hydro dip, though, the hydro dip
Yeah, the
stuff
hydro
is
dip's-
really cool.
Yeah, that seems like it'd be fun to get into.
I saw people do like gun stocks and like
Mhm.
really cool stuff. with
I've
it.
seen even deer antlers.
Yeah, or
Like
just the skull. They'll tape the
Yeah,
antlers off
yeah.
and put the skull in,
like make it
like
camo,
camouflage.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool for you guys. Have something behind you or something.
Yeah,
You know, be cool to get your logo visually done.
we have
You
a
know.
big banner.
Mhm.
I don't know who did the banner.
Man, you're taking me. I used to work at Fast Signs in New York, and I used to be their designer, and I did banners all all over the stuff. Yeah, I have artwork all over the place. Just kind of a big deal. Just saying.
Bigger than all of us, really.
I used to really bum me out. I used to go into Wellspan, and I did all the signage for Wellspan, and I would get lost following my own signs. Like, well, this clearly doesn't work. So, okay, here's a question: if you could be the guitarist in a zombie band, what dead rock stars would you bring back to be in it?
To be the rest of the band.
Yeah, I was proud of this one.
Yeah, and I guess
There's so many. Yeah, I mean,
Ronnie Van Zant would have to be in there.
oh yeah,
And I mean,
it's tough, and
yeah,
there's so many choices. I'm like,
I don't know.
who's drumming? Keith Moon, John Bonham.
Yeah, maybe Bonham, man, with those
I mean,
drops.
yeah,
That
you imagine him
that
with Van
kick.
Zandt lyrics. Oh,
yeah, that'd be crazy. I don't know bass players because I'm a guitar player and we don't really care about bass players. So.
John Entwistle.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He's a bass player. Well,
He's a
we'll
bass
just
player.
say,
He's
well,
fine. We'll just throw
Yeah,
that
the
in.
name of famous bass players dead.
I'm like Sting. I don't know. I don't know, man.
That one guy that was in that one band.
Yeah, dude, he plays a guitar, but it's only got 4 strings on it.
Yeah. That's sad, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
that's
of
terrible.
one famous dead bass player. Wow, that's Sorry, bass players.
I can't think of one.
They're all still alive. All the great ones are still alive. When Les
Right.
Claypool dies, then I'll be like Les Claypool. 'Cause
right.
That's my. I mean,
I saw him
I don't want him to die.
in
so
19,
don't die.
I think.
Talk about storyteller. Did you ever notice like his songs are all like
Oh yeah,
Jerry the race car driver,
Tommy the Cat.
Tommy the Cat. Oh man, I love.
Man,
Primus.
I saw them. I saw them right before COVID.
Mm,
It was Phil Anselmo, which I missed. Phil Anselmo, was kind of upset about,
mm.
and Ministry,
Ooh.
which they did Sabbath Supernaut.
Oh wow.
It's probably one of my favorite Sabbath songs. They killed it. It was awesome. And then Primus and Slayer.
Oh wow. That's insane.
Primus was awesome. And then I love Mr. Crinkle. I don't know if you know that
Yeah.
song. Yeah, I love that song. So it goes black. The stage is black. You can't see the stage at all. And then you hear this dragging that bow across, man. And then he goes into Mr. Crinkle. It was so cool.
And he can play so many different basses. It's
Man,
insane.
he is ridiculous.
There was a
Slayer was awesome too. Slayer was amazing.
who was better, Primus or Slayer?
Ooh, that was. I think I like Primus better than Slayer.
I wonder how many bands there are where the lead singer is a bass player like that, where the
Quite
bass
a
is more
few.
prominent now. I guess.
Oh, more prominent. Like
Well, like
they don't really have a lead guitar player. It's a lead bass.
yeah. So Les is just kind of.
He's just.
Don't they have guitars though? It's just-
Yeah, he's a guitar player, but he doesn't do
I'm trying to think. Like
He's just
Winona's
kinda doing
Brown
accent
Beaver
stuff.
and-
like that.
Yeah.
He's doing like weird.
Good drummer too. Probably another one that people don't really.
Yeah.
pay
Yeah.
attention.
Well, I
Primus
think
is a rocking band. Like
people.
they're
Okay, so
surprised
like
by
that guitar player and that drummer
it. Mm,
are outshined by Les Claypool.
Yeah.
They're both amazing.
right.
But that's like Michael Anthony.
You can't look past Les.
Michael Anthony and Van Halen.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit
Who?
about Michael Anthony.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
Eddie Van Halen's in his
Yeah.
band. Or
Shit.
Brian May.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, well, he's in a band. Oh, that's the dude that
yeah.
plays guitar beside Freddie Mercury. Or
Yeah.
Ray Manzarek. Oh, he plays keys with Jim Morrison. So it's like
That's true.
those guys get the shaft because they're
yeah.
amazing musicians, but they're kind of overshadowed by
Yeah.
the incredible talent that they're with.
Makes you wonder, like, if these guys that died years ago, if they were still around. I always wonder, like, if John Lennon was still around, what would he make music-wise?
Yeah, would it be like,
Wow.
oh, this fucking guy again, or
yeah, right.
or would it be awesome? Like people are like, man, I wish Jimi Hendrix was still around. Like, well, what if Jimi Hendrix sucked now?
Yeah.
If you were like, all right, dude, just hang it up.
This is some old dude just like, oh, I used to be. Shut up, man.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, we know you played guitar. We know
Right.
You were the best.
Right.
Sure.
Just,
You were at Woodstock. Yeah, I was at Woodstock 99. They burned some shit.
yeah, chew your pudding and let's go.
Yeah. All right, great
Get to
grandpa.
bed. Jeopardy's over. I don't
But
know.
I'm more the answers.
right.
Which Hendrix? Now it starts with an H. Jeopardy. God, I could never watch. I could watch Rock and Roll Jeopardy. Did you ever watch that? That was on VH1 or something years ago.
Yeah. What was it?
I would love that. If they
Dan
brought that back.
Masterson or whatever. The dude from That 70s Show was
Yeah.
on there all the time.
Yeah, I would have been on that in a heartbeat. Like, give me some rock and roll trivia. I'm down. But
Yeah, I think I know until
regular
somebody puts
Jeopardy.
you on
I'm
the
like,
spot.
yeah, right.
I don't know.
So I don't know. So this is a deep question. I don't really know where I was going, but I had this thought, and I thought, do you think karma is the opposite of coincidence?
Wow.
Right?
Why you do that to me,
I
dude?
know. I thought of that the one day. One of those things you think, and I'm like, wait, because everybody's always like, oh man, it's karma, and they're like, no, it's just coincidence. You know? So I was like, huh.
Yeah, because so a
wonder.
coincidence is something that just happened to happen, right? But karma is something. I feel like you make karma, right?
Mhm.
And coincidence just kind of happen.
Doesn't karma kind of happen too?
I
Right?
no,
It's
no.
kinda
I
like-
think you make your own karma, like
yeah, but you don't make your own coincidence.
right. Like you're a dick, so you got
Kinda
bad
like-
karma.
Like the dude that I knew, like that just happened to walk in front. That was coincidence.
Right.
That wasn't karma. So
Yeah,
maybe
that
my
had nothing
question
to do with-
doesn't make sense at all.
Maybe it does. Maybe we're all just. Maybe you're ahead of your time, man.
But I was like, should I write that down? And then ironically, the next question, how do you feel about Nickelback? Welcome to Hanging with Nate the Drummer.
Okay,
Wow.
I worked at Reese's, right?
Mhm.
And Nickelback was playing, Hershey. The guitar player decided that he was going to take a tour of Reese's.
Oh wow.
Now I'm in there doing whatever,
Funny. Yeah.
assembly line stuff.
Yeah.
And he comes up and with somebody from the factory, some high up from the factory, and they're telling about what I'm doing.
Mm.
And
It's funny.
the lady goes, "Do you know who this is?" And I was like, "Nope, I don't know. I don't know who that is." And he goes, "Oh, I play guitar for Nickelback." He's like, I was like, "Oh, okay." And he goes, Do you like our music?" And I was like, "Not really." And he goes, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Get that a lot." I don't know.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
It's one of those like things you're like, why?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. You set yourself up for that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, yeah. Why would you ask that? Why was that? Do you like my music? That one. I saw them years ago when they first came out with Seven Dust at the Chameleon, and they were actually pretty good. Hard to Swallow. Remember that one? That was like the first. That was the very first song. That's Nickelback to me. Like when they first came out, like, hard to swallow. I'm trying to think how the hell it goes.
I don't
now.
think I know that song. Damn it. It's like it's bro rock.
It turned into like the one that got me was like, look at this photograph.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
it's just super generic.
Or the Rockstar one, right? Wasn't that him? Where
Yeah,
you
I
wanted to
think
be a
so.
rock star,
Yeah, you put Billy Gibbons in it.
driving 15 houses. I'm like, dude, you already are a rock star, and you're singing about wanting to be a rock star.
Yeah, did
This
you know
guy-
Billy Gibbons was in that song?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a damn
he was-
shame.
I have a quesadilla. That's
Oh,
Billy
wow.
Gibbons.
That's funny and sad.
I know. I was like, how much, dude? How much money you need,
Oh,
Billy?
Yeah, really, Billy. Rest
Back
in
off.
peace. Rest in peace to
Dusty.
Dusty. I was like, I knew it, and then I didn't.
Yeah, that's sad, man.
Especially when I saw the video. Did you see the video when they played after and the mic's just up
with
there?
the hat on the mic.
The mic's just up there. And
Man.
Billy, just don't play, man. You need three of you.
No, I guess Dusty told him to keep going, man.
Yeah, I know. That's, but still, like, he's,
I mean, over 50 years they were those three.
yeah, and man, that's
Crazy.
insane.
Yeah, what he had hip surgery and something went awry.
That's so scary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you go to the doctors and you just never know.
You just don't go to the doctor, man.
I know. My wife's always like, "Why don't you go to the doctor?" I don't feel
Oh,
bad.
I'm sick. If
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't-
good. Yeah. And then COVID comes, you sneeze, and it's like, "Oh, you need a test."
Right?
I sneeze.
They sent my son home from school because he was possibly in contact with somebody with COVID and he had to stay home from school last year
Yeah.
for 10 days.
I've had that.
Possible contact.
Yeah, possible. Yeah, that's all it takes.
I was like, really? And
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, you have to wait like 8 days later
Mhm.
to get the test before you can come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what?
It's such
I waited 8 days, so why not just wait the 10-day?
yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
I think honestly it was all guesswork. They were, oh, you gotta wait 10 days. Sounds good. Yeah. It's like,
10 days sounds right.
yeah. It's like Chinese people, like 15 minute, like
Right.
anything, 15 minute. Somehow it's like, or pizza delivery, they say half an hour or 45
Yeah.
minutes, but
20-minute, but
yeah, right. They'll be there or they won't be there.
it's just guessing. I don't think they really know how long a pizza takes.
I know, right? So is there what song are you embarrassed to let people know that you like? Speaking of Nickelback. No, just kidding, Nickelback, sort of.
I don't know that
Is
I'm
there one
really
song you're like, "Ugh,"
embarrassed.
or just like people would be surprised if
Okay, so first of
they knew you
all,
liked it.
I love the Beastie Boys,
Me too.
but I love Adele. I could listen to
Alright.
Adele.
Yeah, I get that.
I guess that would. It's not really embarrassing, but I guess that would be.
Yeah,
Maybe you wouldn't picture
unexpected.
me crying
I guess.
watching
Adele.
Adele live at Royal Albert Hall.
Sam Smith is another one that's really good.
I don't know who that is.
Stay With Me, and dude has a
Oh, yeah,
sick,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Sick range, like high notes for
Yeah. He does that falsetto stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like yeah.
The people that are talented like that, I really enjoy that.
Mhm.
The talent is amazing.
Yeah, there's lots of different, and then there's people that have crossed genres that I think shouldn't have done it. Or I think Aaron Lewis from Stained.
Yeah.
I took my wife to see him years ago when he was just him acoustic,
Mhm.
you know, and he would just kind of take requests, and it was kind of, and it was great. Like his voice is amazing. You can sing anything; it's amazing. But he recently, then he went country,
Right.
you know, and it was like, dude, like you're in Stained. Like, what are you doing? Okay, fine. You want to be country? I get it. If that makes you feel better, okay.
He sounds good.
He sounds good.
I definitely like the Stained better.
But then I recently heard Stained live new, like since they've been back, and it's a little bit of twang in there, Aaron. I'm like, dude, you've got to separate the two.
right.
Mud Shovel should not have a little bit of twang.
Right.
Like, it's been a while. I think it was either it's been a while or Outside, and I was just like, well, hi. There's a random dog right outside my door. 2 of them, actually. Hi, puppies. I don't know if you're friendly. Oh, look, there goes one. Anyway.
The cross genre I think is the best is probably is Miley Cyrus when she was doing the Chris Cornell stuff. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, she's
She's got a voice.
Sorry, good. We were talking about an embarrassing song. My wife gets on my case for this one song that I like, and it's from the Hannah Montana movie.
Really? Nice.
But it's a brilliant song, and it's called The Climb. Have you heard it?
I don't
It's
think
The
so.
Climb.
I don't think I know that song.
I feel embarrassed now just saying. Yeah,
I'm fairly sure I don't know that song.
for the record, I have 4 girls, so it's not like I just sit around watching the Hannah
Watching
Montana
Hannah
movie,
Montana.
crying.
Like a weirdo.
Like he listens to Adele, so we're kind of.
Yeah, right.
But no, The Climb, it's like it's like life, you know. I can almost see it. I'm climbing this hill, and you know I'm gonna get there, and it's the climb. It's, you know, in life. So I just it resonates with me, and it's like the girliest song. It's not, but it's a great song. You have to look it up. Just do it, so I don't feel awkward anymore.
I'll check it out.
So
The Climb by Hannah Montana. Maybe
it might even be Miley Cyrus.
Buckskin Whiskey might cover that.
Dude, I'm telling you,
I think we were talking about it.
if you listen to it, you're messing with me, aren't you? I can tell you are.
No.
But look it up. It reminds me like Dolly Parton wrote it. You know, it's like one of those.
I mean, that would make sense.
They're friends, I think.
Oh, that's
I
her
think
godmother.
Yeah, yes. It's got that very good quality to it that I think, and it's universal. You guys could do it. Please do it. You have to. You guys heard it. You heard it. He said it. It's Buckskin Whiskey. I'm putting it out there. The Climb by Hannah or Miley. Or they're 2 different people. I don't know. I'm not.
Right.
Wait, they're the same person?
I didn't go to that school. I don't really.
Spoiler alert. So, oh man, this went off the rails, didn't it? I think it's twice I brought up Hannah Montana.
Yeah,
Anyway, if you didn't play guitar, what other instrument would you play?
I don't know. I never thought of it. Maybe,
All right.
maybe a piano. I got a piano in my house,
Mhm.
and I messed with it for a little while, and then I got mice in it, and they built like nests inside that's all.
So you'd hit it, and they did.
Yeah, its keys just stay down now.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
Right. Yeah, I did mess with it, and I had a lot of fun with it,
Mhm.
but it didn't last.
So other than that, you never really picked up anything else to try and mess with anything?
No.
Do you practice guitar a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I didn't. That's what I did. I was like, people are gross. I'm just gonna play guitar.
Did it help you get chicks?
No.
That's so weird.
Well, here's the thing though. I was just worried about playing guitar, so people were like, "Man, sounds great," and I'm like, "Okay, thank you, bye."
Yeah.
I can't talk to people, so maybe I could have got chicks if I could play guitar, and also wasn't like the most awkward person.
Hey, it worked for Adam Sandler in that one movie. You keep bringing up movies there. I can't remember the titles.
I don't know,
You know that one movie?
You know that movie with the guy in it?
Sandler. You know, he hasn't done much.
Rob Schneider.
No, when they play, they're in a band. Brendan Fraser.
Oh yeah,
Airheads. Boom, got it. Yay, we got one.
He does the robot.
But yeah, but that one point where they're like, look at him. He's acting all shy. Like,
Yeah.
And the girl's talking to him. Yeah.
Talking about pools.
Yeah. He's like, it worked for him though.
Running
So
around in there like an egg.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
That's an
great.
underrated movie.
That was a great movie.
Yeah, that's so good. Musicians should watch that. If you haven't seen Airheads, look it up. That's
Yeah.
my recommendation.
Yeah, amazing movie.
So, very serious question. How is Quack the Ripper?
Oh man, he got eaten.
Oh, shit.
I had so many. Yeah,
Not so well then.
yeah. That's how it's going.
Damn.
So something ate him. Actually, raccoons ate him.
Oh, so you didn't like cook him and eat it.
No. I didn't eat him.
Okay.
I wouldn't have ate him.
For the record.
Quack the Ripper was my dude.
That's messed up, Dave. Dave Root was like, ask him about Quack the Ripper. Did he
probably
know?
didn't know. He probably
Okay.
didn't know. Yeah, I had Quack the
He's
Ripper
sick of you, Dave.
and Quack Dahlia,
Aw.
and they both
like that.
they both got eaten. All of my birds got eaten by raccoons.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Raccoons eat bird. Right? Yes.
Yeah, man.
Trash. I didn't
No, they'll
They,
eat
like-
birds.
hunt and kill things and
They'll go in, easy food, man. They go in and they eat what they want and then they leave it and then they go back and get another one.
oh, geez.
I had free range birds because I didn't like them. I didn't like them being in a cage. Dude.
Should have put a sign on them.
They seemed like they were real happy. They seemed like they were real happy, just kind of
Yeah.
roaming. So I was like, well, you want to take the chance of getting eaten and being free, or being in a cage and still maybe getting eaten?
yeah, right.
I mean,
Damn.
they ended up. All the birds got eaten by raccoons or hawks or foxes or whatever.
Wow.
And
That's really sad.
so now I don't have any more birds. I stopped.
What you should have done, I think, is got raccoons and put them in the cage. Like, shit, I guess I'm supposed to have raccoons now.
Right.
We're
They're,
going to tame you guys now.
they're smart, man.
Yeah, I mean, I knew a friend years ago that had a raccoon as a pet. And I was like, man, that was cool. That was
Oh
cool.
man, my buddy had one.
Get
And
a
the thing was
tame
so mean.
raccoon? Really?
Yeah, he had a skunk and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, or a
the
descended
skunk was
skunk.
like a cat.
Skunk.
Skunk was nice.
Could you imagine the mind trip of like just in there? Good
Pet a
skunk.
skunk,
Good skunk. Good Pepe.
right?
What would you name your skunk? Pepe. I'd have to name it.
Yeah,
Pepe
you'd
Le
have
Pew.
to. You'd have to. I think that's the law.
I think he got canceled, by the way.
He did get canceled.
Did he?
Yeah,
It's
because
insane.
no means no.
Or does it? yeah. Yeah, you watch him back and you're like, man.
Yeah.
But then to think
He
that
was
you
an
could cancel
aggressive.
a cartoon
He was an
character.
aggressive skunk, dude.
If anything, like Mel Blanc or whatever should be, whoever did the voice should have been, because he's the one that made it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you're going to take away all these characters and Elmer Fudd has a gun. Like, that's where we're at now.
I don't even think that Yosemite Sam is a thing anymore.
Yeah. Oh, the rudeness to this. Yeah.
That was my favorite guy.
Yeah. I loved all that. Man, there's a lot of them now. You look back on it, it's like, oh yeah, that's a little racist. Or that's.
Yeah,
I watched Nacho Libre with Jack Black.
yeah,
the other day, and I was
we
like,
watched that not
wow.
long ago.
Right? Which is didn't it? It's different, right? The second time you watch it, you're like,
I don't know, man.
it was good. No, it was good.
I probably fell asleep.
Yeah, this is kind of.
Wow, yeah, dude.
But he's like this white guy playing a Spanish guy, and you're like, dude, you're totally a white guy. Like, what are
right,
you
like
doing?
Tropic Thunder. Jack Black
Oh
is
yeah,
Jack Black is involved in some
Yeah.
spicy stuff.
yeah. Tropic Thunder, man. Talk about the balls.
Right.
Robert Downey Jr. is like, I'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever, man.
Yeah, sure. Just put me in blackface. It's fine. It's not black. It's brown.
He's like, this isn't the worst decision I've made.
Yeah. And I wonder how he feels about that now.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy Kimmel's blackface.
Mm.
If you watch it and listen to what he says, it's probably the funniest joke that Jimmy Kimmel has ever done.
And Jimmy Kimmel, he doesn't. I mean, he's all right,
I
but
think that was the Man Show. The
way
Man
back.
Show was hilarious.
Mhm.
That was a great show. A branch just fell over there.
I heard that.
I thought we were
Blair Witch or something.
done. I thought that was the end of it.
That was,
You're worried about a disc. A tree falls on them.
yeah, right. Yeah, Widowmaker.
Yeah.
Man, wouldn't that be bizarre if we recorded it?
Right.
And that's like Blair Witch. Did you ever see Blair Witch?
I think I did.
Dude. Oh, I remember years ago when it first came out, because that's how old I am, right? So like, it first came out, it was told that it was like these were real tapes that
Oh,
they
yeah,
found,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, they didn't tell you it was fake, and nobody knew it was fake. So I went to the theater and watching it on theater, and you're like, oh my god, it's like a video camera, like I have,
Right.
and like just people normal, and they found these tapes, and so I don't get scared by scary movies often, but this one scared the shit out of me. I remember going home, and my ex-wife and I were sitting on the couch in front of the air conditioner, and like there was like a basement door in the kitchen, and like we heard something funky, and we're like, you go check. You go check. Only time ever after a movie that I've been like just been out of shape. I'm like,
Yeah, man. We do.
it's so bizarre.
We do a lot of horror stuff. My wife and I, we're into it. We have Friday the 13th parties. We have a big outdoor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big outdoor screen. We project and watch
Oh,
Friday
man.
the 13th movies on Friday the 13th. I
That's-
live back in the woods.
What do you think it is about humans wanting to watch scary stuff and be scared? It's kind of like spicy food. I don't know. Two things I don't understand. We want to be scared and we want to be spicy.
I don't know. I like both of them.
Yeah, right. But it's like, why?
I don't know.
It's an odd thing. It's like I want to eat food, but I want to feel pain.
I always just thought it was cool,
I want to watch a movie, but I want to be scared shitless.
right? I don't know. I
Scary.
haven't had a movie really.
The Ring is another one that got me.
The Ring, yeah, it's pretty good.
The Ring was good. I
I
don't
watched
do
it.
it too often. And a lot of times I'm like, I know it's not real. You know.
I remember I watched Insidious,
Mm-hmm,
the first one,
mm-hmm.
and I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, this movie is awesome. And then they showed the monster at the end, the demon guy, and he looked like Darth Maul.
Yeah,
And I was like, man, you just ruined this movie.
ripped it off. Yeah.
So I was so upset about that, and I'm like, I haven't seen a movie really that that got me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I rewatched it was like 2009 or 2008 Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that was pretty good. And then I had a pack of cigarettes outside, so I had to go out in the car. And so I'm walking in the woods of my house
Mm.
to the car, and I'm like, what was that? I was like, man, that movie was awesome. Great movie.
Yeah, that's when you feel it. You know, and that's the great thing. People don't realize, like movie theaters. You know, you don't have them really much. People don't go to the movies anymore. They got Netflix.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it used to
really.
be. I used to love going to a movie, and then a certain movie you'd walk out afterwards, and like you feel different. You know,
Yeah.
you have a different mindset because either the movie was something like it ended crazy or
Right.
yeah, I miss that. You know,
We go to a drive-in,
they're so rare.
and we go up to Mahoning Drive-In.
You got to go far just to go to.
Yeah, it's pretty far. It's up 443
Mm-hmm.
in Lehighton. But they do a Camp Blood.
Mm.
It's like Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
and you camp out
Oh,
there.
wow,
You
that's
camp
neat.
out at the drive-in.
that's a neat idea.
It's really cool, and it's like old school concession stand.
Mm.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
We love it up there. We go every year.
Well, that's cool. It's nice that you can have something. You know, do you have kids?
I got 3 kids.
Oh, do you? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough, isn't it? How do you balance music and family life?
It's tough, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of. I mean,
It's hard for the kids to convince them, like, no, look, Daddy's gonna be a rock star. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
They
my
just see it
kids
as, "You're
are
not here."
super into it.
That's good.
So it doesn't bother. Well, like when I was on the road, we just went to Indianapolis.
Mm.
I guess it was last week,
Yeah.
and my son, my oldest, was having a little bit of an issue with that.
Mm.
He was like, but at the same time, he thinks it's awesome.
Right.
He's super into the music. He's the only 10-year-old kid I can play a song, and he'll be like,
Oh, he knows it.
that's Marshall Tucker Band. That's
awesome.
Leonard Skinner working for MCA. It's like, how does a 10-year-old know what working for MCA is?
Yeah, really.
He told me, he goes, I heard my new favorite country singer the other day, or my new favorite country song.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, what's that? And I'm thinking he's going to say, some Luke Bryan song.
Yeah, right.
He says, it's Big Iron by Marty Robbins. I'm like, how do you know who Marty Robbins is? I was like, that's a great song. But
That's funny.
I was like, people wonder how I know who Marty Robbins is.
That's so funny.
This 10-year-old kid, he's like, yeah, Big Iron by Marty Robbins. That's my favorite song.
Isn't that great though? That I love that we have music that we can inspire our kids with.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Because it's not in schools, you know.
Right.
I mean, not the way we play, you know.
Right, yeah.
It bums me out when I go to school concerts and it's this jazz crap or something that no one's ever heard, no one gives a crap about.
Right.
Give me some rock, you know. I've sat for 3 hours. I'm sure you have too, on the chorus concerts, or if you haven't, you're gonna, you know. And you're like,
Yeah.
and it's like your kid already went on, but you still
Right.
have to Okay. All right, we're gonna sit here for the other 2 hours, even though you already went. Especially like chorus concert, and you know your kid's not even singing. Oh, they don't have a solo. They're like you're just a face in the crowd.
I'd be
but
like, dude, I'm sorry, man. I
there's some.
got a gig.
Oh, my belly hurts. I gotta get to the bed.
Yeah,
See ya.
I gotta go outside.
Yeah, I'll be back when this is done. I always wanted to have like watching School of Rock from Jack Black. I'm like, damn it, I want to be like that music teacher.
Oh yeah,
You know, just go to my kid's school. Like, look, this is I want to teach rock drumming. Just let me do it. You know.
yeah.
Do you know? Do you know notes and stuff? No, I don't.
I don't know.
Color code it. We'll color
Yeah. Blue, green, blue.
Kitty. What'd you say?
Yeah.
Inside joke. Look at it.
Piggy moo cow.
That's what it was. See, now your wife will get that. Say it again.
Piggy moo cow.
Oh, that's so funny. That's on her. She'll know. What's your craziest road story? Do you have a crazy road story? Either like a crazy fan came up or
yeah. Okay, here's one.
Ooh.
This is great. So we played Cattle Creek Music Festival
Mhm.
last year, and we all stayed at this hotel in Lock Haven, and there was this chick out back. Like we were hanging out back at the cars, and there was this chick out there, and we were like, "That's a hooker," and we were like, "I don't know." Well, then she'd like walk around, and then she got in this car, and we're like, "Yeah, it's a hooker, man." So they go over to this. They drive over by this dumpster,
Mhm.
and we're like, "Dude, what the hell? They're gonna go right in this dumpster. We're standing right here."
Wow.
The lady gets out and walks around like they have the enclosed thing, the dumpster's inside the thing with the gates.
Mhm.
She goes around there. We're like, "What the hell?" Like the dude was still sitting in the truck. We're like, "What is going on?" She comes back around with this bag in her hand, and we're like, "What is happening? What kind of hooker is this?" And then she opens the gate for the
trash
dumpster. Dude, 40 cats, like an unreasonable amount of cats just scattered. And then we're in Lock Haven, so like out of the parking lot, it's dark.
Mhm.
So these cats just and disappear. And then she was feeding the cats this whole time, dude. It was this big buildup.
So she wasn't a hooker at all.
She wasn't a hooker at all, unless that was just her cover. Like she's like, "No, I'm just feeding the cats back here," and then doing like I don't know, but it turned into a big thing. And our other guitar player said that the guy had a Jeep with no spare tire on, so that means he's looking for a prostitute. And we're like, "I don't think that's a thing, dude." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is." So now, anytime we see a Jeep without a spare tire on, we take a picture, send it to him.
That's great.
It's like, man, fuck it, we know what he's doing.
Well, that's like my dad told me years ago. Like every time you see a red light outside of a house, that means that's a stripper, or that's a hooker. You know, like that's how they know that that's the house to go to or whatever.
Right.
Which kind of makes sense. So maybe that was the thing. Because
maybe
Roxanne,
maybe at one time, yeah,
you don't have to.
Yeah, the red light district. I don't know.
So maybe that is a real thing. But every now and then I'll drive by a house that random has a red light.
I don't think you'd want. I mean, I probably wouldn't walk into the
like $20. The red light was on. Is there a reason? Why you have the red light on?
Red light special.
Is it It's not Valentine's.
Right, it's summertime. Yeah, man, it was a whole big thing. We thought it was a hooker, and here she was.
When you said the cats thing, I was like, so she's a hooker with a lot of pussy.
Right.
I had a lot of pussy joke in my head. I was like, I was figuring it out. I was like, how am I going to work this?
How we got to...
I don't...
But it was so funny.
Talk about, man, that's funny. People are crazy. There's a lot of crazy.
There's a lot of crazy people.
They're really everywhere in every state. A lot of them are in Florida, but a lot of states,
right?
You know, yeah, it's such a crazy world, like with everything. Man, all right, yeah. Are you? We're gonna be. I just found out yesterday that masks at work again.
Really?
So, yeah, this morning. Even if you're vaccinated, I'm surprised. So yeah, this morning I make coffee for 4 hours in the morning for the great people of York, whatever. And That's my part-time day job. I'm not independently wealthy
Right,
like it looks. I mean, obviously,
right,
I
right.
sit in my Mercedes. Um,
This is Bentley.
yeah, this Bentley, he's way back. He's in
Right.
It's a limo and a Bentley limo. He's way back, but he's got a microphone, so it's fine. Oh man, what do you get when you mix an elephant with a rhino?
I don't know.
Elephino.
I know.
That's
What do you call a turtle with a heart on?
what?
Slowpoke.
All right. That's good. I like that one. I'm going to definitely remember that one. What kind of gear do you prefer? Oh my God, I got 5% battery on my phone. I just realized that.
I play orange amplifiers.
Oh, okay.
I bought and sold it 4 times now.
Oh, really?
So my wife said I'm not allowed to get rid of it.
So strict is everything's orange? Well, no, I guess guitar wouldn't be. What kind of guitar do you have?
I have a Gibson,
Oh, you're
Les Paul Standard.
Oh, okay. What does that look like?
It's like a Cherry Burst.
I thought you were going to show it, but that's fine. That's fine. You don't want to show it. We're actually going to have him play it right now. Now, I mean, I do have a power outlet. You got a standard car to guitar.
Yeah, is there a car to guitar
There should be. I mean,
adapter?
Yeah, there really should be at this point.
You just plug it right in.
I did an episode of my other podcast because I was bitching about ATMs and how there's no exact change. All these years and no exact change. You still can't get like $5.25 out of an ATM. How do we do it? What do we do?
It's like a hassle.
Where's all the money go?
That I have to buy more.
Because otherwise, like, yeah, that's a whole different conversation. I'm sorry. I told you, Zach, after a while, it just goes off the rails.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So is there anything else you want people to know about Buckskin Whiskey, about you?
Buckskin Whiskey is going to be in the studio
That's exciting.
this winter. We're going to release a full-length album. This will be our first full-length album. We're going to try and pull off all the stops and get good production, a good producer.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go back to rock mill like we did with the EP. And if you like the Facebook, Instagram, buckskinwhiskey.com, come see us.
Check them out.
Put on a good show.
Are you guys doing shows recently? I know things are. It's like
Oh, man,
they
we're
opened
so
them now.
busy.
They're starting to close. Maybe it's like this weird up in the air.
I don't know how many times we played in August. We played 2, and then we did Indianapolis, Austintown, Ohio, and Kettle Creek. We played twice last weekend. We played 3 times this weekend.
Man, so that's good. You're keeping busy.
Yeah, we're busy.
That's awesome.
We're busy. We got to pay for that album.
Yeah, really. That was the nice thing about COVID is that people had time to sit at home and craft.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
that's pretty much what we did.
Mhm.
We pretty much wrote the EP when we weren't having gigs.
Yeah, it's like it was bad to be home, but it was nice that you had time as a
Right.
creative person to, really fine tune.
Yeah, my work shut down for a little bit. Other than that, I was at work the whole time.
Oh wow. Yeah, I had all those COVID surprise things, somebody was near you, now you're off for 2 weeks. Okay. see you
Yeah,
in 2
our shop I think has like 6 guys in it,
Mm,
and I'm
So that's
down in
not
a
bad.
hole by myself, so I
Mhm.
don't
down in a hole.
exactly.
I just thought of another song that I really love that I think you guys should cover. Long Haired Country Boy by Charlie Daniels.
Oh, Charlie Daniels fan.
Always loved that song. I used to go to the bar and I'd pride myself playing like good songs because I was like, I wanted to like bikers and stuff to be like, wow, that kid just played Allman Brothers. How's he know?
Right.
Always. And it's weird how that. Yeah, I'd play Steely Dan or Marshall Tucker.
I went into a bar one time and I put $30
Oh man.
in the jukebox and played only "Bird Is the Word," Surfing Bird.
Oh man.
And there was this pagan guy that was playing pool with us, and everybody else in the bar was getting pissed. But every time it started over, he would laugh his ass off. I was like, "What are you gonna do?"
Did you walk out or did you stay and like?
Oh no, we stayed and laughed.
I was gonna
the
say,
entire
yeah.
time.
Did people know it was you or they just?
They had to have known it was me because I was pissing myself.
Oh yeah.
As soon as it would stop, we'd be like, "That's got to be all."
Why'd you pick "Bird" as a word?
I don't know, because it's funny.
It's such a great song. Honestly, like if you listen back to it and like
It is
for
a
the
great
time
song.
it came out,
The Trash Man, man.
yeah, and like just how bizarre it is. And
Yeah,
man. Like he just
Every time it would start over
when they were
again,
doing doo-wop and like you
Yeah.
know everything, he was just
everybody's hurt. That's awesome.
that's so great. I would have did that and then Rock and Robin.
Rock and Robin.
Maybe like those two back together.
Yeah, no, I did $30 worth of Surfing Bird. I don't know how many times that was.
Yeah, I wonder.
It was a lot.
What's a
We were like-
jukebox?
We were like, that's gotta be it.
That's
And then it
hilarious.
would everybody would start again.
Man, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good time.
All right, Zach. Well, it's getting dark. I guess we're shutting down the park.
Yeah,
that
man.
rhymed. I didn't even try that. So I really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me, dude.
Can I squish his head? Let me see. Where we at?
Squish your head.
Squish your head. Got him. Sorry, guys.
Nah, you got it.
So hopefully people like this. It's the first one I've done where I'm actually in person with somebody. So hopefully you can see this guy. He's back there, I swear. So yeah, I want to thank everybody who's listened. And if you guys don't know, now you know about Buckskin Whiskey, Zach Beers. He doesn't drink beers.
Doesn't.
It's ironic. Maybe it's his stage name. It's not your stage name.
No, it's on my driver's license and everything, man.
Wow, that's crazy. So your kids, man, that's gonna be a tough one. You think your
Right.
kids will be big drinkers?
I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Hope not.
Not at 10, right? We're still.
Not at 10.
They got some time.
He's a lush.
He's a lush, but hey, with a name last name beers, what do you expect? All right, guys, check them out. All right, I hope everybody's had a great time. Rock on and support these guys. And there's going to be bonus songs on Anchor, so I hope you guys check them out. All right, rock on, and I'll see you guys for the next time. Have a good one.